see one pair of headphones. I think we need a second pair of headphones. I see one.
That was one in the back.
Oh, it could be.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So your knobs, if you want to turn up yourself or each other, or on this blue mixer.
Okay.
So I don't know who's one and who's two.
Yeah, we'll
but those
figure it
two
out.
knobs.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Just make sure you adjust them on the blue mixer and not on the black mixer, because the black mixer is what goes to the camera. And so if you boost them on there, then
That's a problem. Okay. Steven again. Hi.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Healthcare Technologies, a specialty medical device distribution company that has been servicing the New England and Mid-Atlantic region since 1989. HCT services primarily the acute care markets, but also works with local home cares, compounding pharmacies, and EMS agencies throughout the region. HCT has been operating out of Ashland for over 20 years. Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Technoplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
Technoplex Flexibles Ashland is a proud sponsor of the Ashland boys and girls soccer team, and we look forward to a great 2020 season.
Go Flyers!
Game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, roast beef, subs, and more. Make sure to get your fill with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. Thank you to Rose's Automotive for their donation of masks and gloves to use during sports productions to keep the WACA crew safe. You can find them at 26 North Main Street in Sherburne, reach them on the phone at 508-650-1628, or find them on the web at rosesautomotive.com.
at Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Number 3, Benjamin DeFonte. Number 4, Alexander Morlock. Number 7, Tyler Chiplock. Number 8, Christian Piraguni. Number 9, Andrew Benedetto. Number 10, Luke Fogerson. Number 11, Cameron Carpenter. Number 12, Suji Atluri. Forgive me. Number 14, Troy Newman. And number 17, Danny McDonald. families. Number 4, Benny Herrera and his parents, Jackie and Bobby Herrera. Number 6, Sebastian Ortiz and his mother, Elizabeth Ellison. Number 2, Captain Shay Donovan and his parents, Gina and Mike Donovan. Number 11, Chris Cordelidis and his parents, Marie and Sam Cordelidis. Number 10, Captain Gowan Willis Gracious and his parents, Prabha and Willis George. Number 12, Spencer Roth and his parents, Kim and David Roth. And number 21, Ben Lineburner Jensen and his mother, Susan Bostrup Jensen. The Lineburner Jensen family and the entire Ashland Boys Varsity Soccer team invite all of you to join us in remembering Andy Lineburner. Everyone who knew Andy was better for knowing him. He was generous with his time, always looking to help others in the Ashland community. He loved coaching his children in soccer and softball, and he understood that youth sports can teach children life lessons about fairness and sportsmanship that far exceeded the measurement of wins and losses. The boys this season are wearing black armbands at their games in support of their teammate in the loss of his father. Please join us now in a moment of silence as we remember Andy together. Thank you. And now, our starting lineups. First, the starting lineup from Medway. Number 6, Andrew Benedetto. Number 11, Cam Carpenter. Number 7, Tyler Chiplock. Number 10, Liam Harrigan. Number 17, Danny McDonald. Number 4, Alec Morlock. Number 2, Kyle Myers. Number 8, Christian Peruguni. Number 6, Marco Peruguni. Number 14, Troy Newman. And number 69, Andrew Rozak. And now the starting lineup for your Ashland Clockers. Number 4, senior Benny Herrera. Number 7, junior Louise Manhays. Number 11, senior Chris Cordelides. Number 12, senior Spencer Roth. Number 6, senior Sebastian Ortiz. Number 10, senior Gowan Willis Gracious. Number 16, junior Tide Geary. Number 20, sophomore MJ Flynn. Number 21, senior Ben Lineburner Jensen. Number 2, senior Shay Donovan. And in goal, junior David Scrody. Ashland is coached by Tiago Mota and assisted by Bill Ames. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove all headwear, and stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody. You're looking live at Ashland, Massachusetts, Clockertown. It's a Tri-Valley League boys soccer matchup as your Ashland Clockers take on the Medway Mustangs. I'm Josh Abrams, and joining me today is Pete Clay.
How we doing?
Pete, good to have you on board.
Thanks for having me.
And good to have all of you folks following us here on WACA-TV, Facebook Live. Obviously, the Ashland School Committee recently updated the policy here for attendance at games, so we do have a few spectators on hand, two passes per student athlete.
It's good to see.
Absolutely, bringing a little more energy to these games. But certainly we appreciate having all of you folks there at home following along. Before we get to the opening tip-off, we do want to thank our sponsors, starting with Healthcare Technologies, specializing in vascular access, airway management, pharmacy, and other critical care products for the acute, home, emergency medical services, and long-term care marketplaces. You can visit them at healthcaretech.us. Also, Techniplex. Here in Ashland, they produce advanced flexible packaging material solutions for a wide variety of medical applications. You can visit them at techniplex.com. That's TEKNI-plex.com. And finally, Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef, just off 126. Best roast beef sandwiches in town, Pete, right?
Best ones.
But you can check out all they have to offer, including pizza, subs, and more, and visit them at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. So again, thank you to all of our sponsors, and just about ready for tip-off here in Ashland. Beautiful fall afternoon. A little bit on the chilly side here above the press box, but we'll do our best to keep the wind noise down for you folks. And Pete, anything to add before we take tip-off?
Looks like Ashland's going to have the ball first here on the kickoff.
Okay, sounds good. That looks like it's Benny Herrera that's going to start things off. Passes back a little bit of... Sorry, we lost audio there for just a moment. We're back, and following the player, a little bit of a turnover. Looks like it's going to be a Medway ball. Going to be a tough afternoon, I think, for the Clockers, Pete. Medway is one of the powerhouses here in the Tri-Valley. I know they went to the state championship last year and return a core of returning players.
They have been a powerhouse for a number of years now.
But Clockers no slouch this year either. They started the season off 2-0, back-to-back wins against Bellingham. So the ball's loose here at midfield. Under control by the Mustangs. Some pressure put on by Sebastian Ortiz. Medway at the far sideline. Tipped away and kept in by Ashland.
That was Ty Geary.
Okay, ball goes out of bounds. Tracked down. It'll be Ashland ball. Among all the rule changes here, a lot of things being controlled here by COVID. No throw-ins.
Ah, interesting. That I was not aware of.
No.
It does make it a little different here.
So we don't have any folks helping us out on the sidelines here either.
Medway's making some. Ooh.
Okay.
It's a
nice defensive
breakup by
play.
Shea.
Mm-hmm. So no corner kick though. It went out on the side. So and again, no throw in.
It'll be a kick in.
It'll be some kind of a kick in, exactly. So it looks like it's going to be Alex Morlock will be inbounding for the Mustangs. So this is so close to the flag, it practically is a corner kick. Let's see how they play it.
I don't know. It might be a rule you can't. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, no corner kick attempt. Ball goes in on net, but kicked quickly away. It's in the midfield. Go ahead.
By Ben Limburger Jensen.
But we do have a stoppage. Right, that one's going to get called against the Clockers. Medway looked like a really good opportunity here going to get the ball at the 10-yard line on the football field.
That's roughly 20 yards out. So right off the side of the 18. Looks like it's a direct kick.
Mm-hmm. This is Chris Perugini for the Mustangs.
Oh, and he snuck it in the top corner. And that puts Medway up 1-0.
Already, yeah, quick 1-0 lead here for the Mustangs as we're just under 17 minutes to go in the first quarter. I believe they're playing quarters this season, Pete. Again, kind of a COVID change. They're not playing halves.
Okay.
Okay. So again, Benny Herrera will start things off for the Clockers. He passes back to Gowan Will it gracious?
Moving the ball around.
Okay. Ball skips off Will it gracious, and Medway has it. See if they can do anything with it. See Miss Harrigan touching there for a moment for the Mustangs. That's out to Marco Perugini. Broken up by the Clockers and quickly ridden off. Medway takes it back. A little collision there on the far side. Ball still kept in bounds. There's a trip.
That is a trip.
That's 2 minutes, right? 2 minute minor for tripping?
That's a 2 minute minor. Interesting. Did he give him a yellow?
Did he?
I'm curious.
Okay.
I saw a yellow card go up.
It's hard to spot the yellow on the Rebs' yellow jersey.
It did. It just blended right in.
So Chris Perugini, a senior midfielder for the Mustangs, he'll be inbounding here for the Mustangs. Again, no throw-ins this season due to coronavirus, COVID-19 restrictions. A long pass.
Nice Shea with a nice play.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the ball alive here.
What do we got? A little too much pressure by the Mustangs?
So it looks like Shea is going to
He'll start with
clear
it.
up. Going to move it back to the goalie.
He's going to boot it. Nice long kick. Look at that.
Spencer Roth to try to get foot.
Well, that stoppage that's going to go against the Mustangs. So the Clockers with one of their best opportunities so far this afternoon, Pete.
This is. Let's see if they can put something together here. They're going to work it around the back.
Down the far sideline.
Spencer Roth.
Medway just kicks out of bounds, so Clockers are inbound here.
Looks like Ty Geary will do the kick in.
I think it's maybe only the first or second time the Clockers have even seen this side of the field so far today. Quick give and go. Working a tight quarter on the far sideline. Still Clocker ball.
Tyke's going to give another shot here.
Okay, let's see what he can do here.
Got the attack spread out pretty good here.
Oh, yeah, left foot.
Nice stop by Shea. Break it up.
I mean, you can tell. I mean, we talked in the open. I mean, the Mustangs are one of the powerhouses here in the Tri-Valley, but they've just so disciplined and so under control.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of difference there, but Ashland's still playing them tough right now, so we got a lot of time left. This is good.
It looks like MJ Flynn inbounding here for the Clockers. Quick give and go. Ball ends up on Kai Costa's foot. Out of bounds.
Ooh, it is going to be Medway's ball. Unfortunate.
Yeah. So Cameron Carpenter of the Mustangs tracks that one out of bounds. He gives off to Seamus Harrigan, who'll inbound here for the Mustangs. They pass back, well under control here, looking for an opening. To the far sideline, intercepted by the Clockers. Little scrum there at midfield.
Push is going to be Ashland's ball.
Yep. So Shea Donovan looks like he's going to touch the ball before handing off to one of his teammates.
Like Ty Geary again after. Look at the second touch. There it is. He's going to clear it in.
What are we?
Did he not touch it?
He definitely touched it. I don't know what the stoppage is for.
He wants the ball moving, apparently.
Okay.
Interesting. I guess they'll give him another shot, I guess.
I'm really thrown. I'm thrown by Tyke being left-footed. Do we see it? Do we see that very often? Does that throw off Mustangs at all?
No, probably not.
Be curious to see if he bends the ball the opposite way on shots on goal.
He's trying to get the ball in there for him. Oh, and Spencer Roth is in on it. Nope. It's a clear by Medway.
Yeah, they're just going to get it, just clear it out.
Yeah, Ashland's ball on the side.
Best offensive opportunity of the afternoon so far for the Clockers. And it looks like it's going to be MJ Flynn inbounding here. We're going to stick with the original ball. Chris Cordelita is also involved there.
There you go.
Okay, pass back.
Tough pass there.
That was a little too long, a little forced. The Clockers playing some good, good defense. They're playing really tight. As you mentioned earlier.
Here we go. Something going.
Yeah.
Shea's going to move it in. Looking for Chris in the corner. Chris Cordelitas going challenging number.
See if he's going to keep it in. Nope, out of bounds. It's going to be Ashland ball. Pete Sun's really starting to come out here in Ashland. Starting to warm up.
Thank goodness.
On top of the press box.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little concerned earlier on.
Absolutely. He and I both prepped by layering up in preparation for today's weather.
And we are removing layers as we speak.
Certainly not in the 60s like it was yesterday. Some really good ball
nice
handling
break
there.
up by Shea.
Well played.
Play.
Kept in by Shea Donovan off the face of a Medway defender. That's number 2, Kyle Myers. And it'll be Clocker ball. Again, looks like it's going to be some combination of Shea Donovan and MJ Flynn inbounding here. Okay, so it's Shea.
He's dropping it in.
Yeah.
Chris Cordelitas trying to make a play on the ball.
Nice pass.
Benny Herrera trying to clear it out to Spencer Roth. Just a little bit too
Let
outside.
him too far. Yep. Well played on sideline by the Mustangs. Turned over here. Oh, almost a good opportunity for the Clockers. That's going to be trouble as it goes back over the midfield line and out of bounds, kicked out by Shea Donovan. It's going to be Medway ball.
Not quite sure where that ball went. Might be down by the new police station.
A nice little triangle ball play there by the Mustangs. Mustangs continue pressing the ball down. It's well down into the Ashland zone at this point. They'll be inbounding from the far sideline.
Still trying to get used to this kick-in. Very interesting.
So we have the running clock. We're down under 9.5 to go in the first quarter. Those of you just joining us, the Mustangs up to an early 1-0 lead over your Ashland Clockers. Josh Abrams joined as always by Pete Clay.
Yeah, they've got to have some rules here, I guess. They can't just do a corner kick type of kick-in. Must be some type of
this indirect
limit.
thing, right?
Yeah, it must be something limited to 10 yards or 15 yards or something.
Okay, Ashland playing some really tight matchup defense right now.
Well, the defense trying to run them off sides. We hear the defenseman yelling.
Here's a break.
Nice play by Ben Jensen.
Rode him off the ball very nicely, and this ball's going to trickle all the way back into the Medway zone, kicked all the way back to their goaltender.
Goalie made a nice play on it. Ooh.
Trying a quick transition.
Chris Cordelitas try to get a ball away from there. Oh, Shea, nice step up by Shea Donovan. Looking for somebody. Spencer Roth going to challenge on the ball. Broken up by a strong Medway D.
It looked like it was going to be a good opportunity for the Clockers,
That
but
ball
I got
went out of bounds.
Okay. I was going to say, Medway never looked panicky at all there. They really held their ground.
It looks like we have Carlos Ospina is in the game. I'm not quite sure if I had him on my starting roster.
I'd be surprised. He is a freshman.
Yeah, I think we are. He replaced Luis Menjes.
Okay, so this is Carlos going to be inbounding. Maybe
It's
not.
actually a direct kick.
Just tracking it down.
It's like an indirect kick. Here.
Okay, so Sebastian Ortiz now. Looks like he'll be starting things off, handing off now to Shea Donovan.
Gonna try and make something happen here.
All right, got everybody stacked up, from the middle to the left sideline here. Let's see how they play this.
It was an indirect kick, trying to drop it inside. Left a little short. Oh. Nice attempt by Chris Cordelitas.
First shot on goal today. Medway equal to the task, so it's still 1-0 Mustangs here as we get down to about 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Medway with the ball. Good pressure here by the Clocker defense.
Fantastic pressure by number 6, Sebastian Ortiz. Broke up that little bit of a momentum there for Medway.
Okay, well, it looked like a turnover for a moment, and that's going to go against Ashland. There's a push,
unfortunately.
Oh, it was Ben Lineburner Jensen.
No, actually that was Lucas Demora.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Looks like he came in as well.
We're definitely going to struggle. At least I will struggle with the numbers here this afternoon. Just
that is the keeper's
the
ball.
distance.
That is the keeper's ball.
Yeah.
Try to get the ball out.
Okay, rolling over, is that Che?
Nope. Tough turnover right there by Ashland. Alexander Morlock is putting the ball in. Luke Ferguson trying to make a play on the side.
Still going to be Mustang ball.
Still going to be Mustangs.
Okay, some good ball movement, ball handling by the Mustangs. Have broken
well
up.
Played, and it got a push, so that's going to be an Ashland direct kick. Nice play, but I think that was, I'm not quite sure who that was. Wait till they turn around, the number's a little bit bigger.
I cannot see that
like
all the way to the
elbow,
far sideline.
That was Lucas Demora with a very strong play. Looks like he's holding his elbow. Good thing we don't use our elbows in this game.
He's definitely holding that right elbow.
Yep.
Okay, getting some wholesale changes on both sides of the ball here.
We are.
Okay, DeMornay is going to step off and get checked out over there.
Galway and Will Gracious is stepping in, number 10.
Okay.
Came in.
Good play, good pass.
And looks like Max Deaver, number 3, checked in as well.
Okay.
And we got our Ashland ball again. Let's see if they can keep this momentum up.
Okay, that foul was committed against Galwin Will Gracious.
No, it's Ashland's ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
I knew what I meant. Okay, I see Ty Geary.
Carlos Ospina is standing out here on the sidelines. Kind of open. We'll see what happens. We pull the defense out a little bit.
Gonna put that right on and way out of bounds over the net.
It's a good idea. They were trying to just get something in there.
Drop one over the goalie?
They were trying. Challenge this kickoff here.
That's a nice kick, nice play. Look at this, right down the near sideline. This is Ben DeFonte with it. He's going to be looking for somebody to pass. He puts it right on net, over the goalie. Oh boy, a lot of traffic there.
Wow, David Scrody, nice play there.
Absolutely.
That was a tricky ball and a tricky rebound that he was able to recover.
Able to get a hand on it, knock it away, and keep it away from Medway pressure right on net. So here's
some movement here.
Yeah, Clocker's driving. Nice ball control, pass off there to Willa Gracious. Got a foul.
We do. Calling a push. Okay, we'll take it.
Been calling this one pretty tight today so far, Pete.
They are.
Okay, so it's going to be Ashland ball here. Free kick.
Shea's going to try to make a play here as well. Drop it in.
Tried the give and go. It didn't quite work out. All give, no go.
You got it. A little too much distance there between the two.
Yeah. Okay, Seamus Harrigan tries to push it up. Intercepted by the Clockers and momentarily controlled by them. Turned right back over to the Mustangs now, and they've got a play going here. Going to feed it way ahead. Keeper's coming out. And back up, gather it under control.
David Scrody gets the ball. Passes it out wide to Ty Geary, trying to make a clear on the ball.
Interesting weak side turn there. Although again,
pretty good.
He's left-footed. That's
is.
natural. That turn was natural for him.
Oh, I think they're going to give that one to. They gave it to Ashland.
Okay, Clocker ball.
Sort of a 50-50. We'll take it.
Yeah. Approaching the 2-minute mark here to go in the first quarter. Medway up 1-0 over the Clockers. But Clocker ball, good opportunity here to see if they can make something of it. Booted to center field there. Controlled by the Clockers. Couldn't quite get to it there. Stepping up by the Clockers and then changing his mind is Carlos Ospina. Tried to turn it. He draws the foul. Oh, Clocker ball.
That's just playing tough. We got to see if we can just get something in on him right now.
So this will be shaded. Sebastian Ortiz boots it out.
It's a great ball. Max Deaver tried to make a play on the ball. Ooh, they called a push on Max Deaver. Interesting. That to me wasn't the optimal call, but we'll go with it.
You got one thing you can say is they've been consistent so far. They've been calling it really close so far. Okay, on the near sideline now to Ben DeFonte. Puts it toward the middle of the field and quickly turned over. The Clockers have it. Some open field. Oh, that was well read by Luke Fagerson of the Mustangs. And he's driving down the field now. He's got speed. He might get a shot off here. Changes his mind, pulls back, looking for some help.
It's being covered pretty tight by Ty Geary.
Yep. Almost a double team there, yeah.
Force him to make a play. That's what you're trying to do.
And force him out to a bad angle as well. Well played by the defense. But Mustangs retain possession. Okay, folks at home, your guess is as good as ours now. How much time is left? They stopped the scoreboard clock at 2 minutes. Time's being kept on the field from here on out.
That was a trip, and looks like we're going to have the clear here. Ty Geary's going to take the kick. He may play it back, but we'll see what they're going to do. Yep. Trying to work it around.
They are really far apart.
Shea's looking for a play through the middle. That's a tough play. Wow, he called it quick.
Yep.
Held him.
Yeah, from my vantage point, it was clearly a hold, so no issue with that call. And again, I mean, it's really the speed and aggressiveness of Luke Fagerson by the Mustangs forcing that. So this will be Christian Ferragini.
It's an indirect kick as well.
Okay. Here's a shot on goal, and
oh, what a nice save by David Scrody.
Just got enough of it, deflected it off the crossbar and over.
That's all he needed. It's a great shot and a wonderful save.
And that'll do it here for the first quarter. Thanks to that great save at the end of the quarter, the score remains 1-0 Medway. Looks like we have a 2-minute timeout for a mask break. Grab a drink of water. So we have a timeout here on the field. We'll take a timeout ourselves. You're watching Ashland Boys High School Soccer on WACA-TV.
Game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, roast beef, subs, and more. Make sure to get your fill with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
Everybody, you're live with us, Josh Abrams, Pete Clay. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in the fall. Gotta love fall in New England, right, Pete?
Love it. From all my days playing soccer all those years, the fall ball was my favorite.
Awesome. So here in Ashland, we're about to kick off with second quarter action. Your Ashland Clockers down 1-0. Early goal by the Mustangs of Medway.
And that was off a direct kick, too. So we have to remember that they played them very well. It was tight. It was a nice shot. So they're playing really tight here. This is a good game.
So Ashland started with the ball in the first quarter. Medway will take it here in the second. And teams will switch sides. So your Clockers wearing all blue today. Ashland blue, Clocker blue, going from right to left on your screen. Their opponents, the Medway Mustangs, in all white, going from left to right on your screen. Medway starting off the ball, and again, they move it beautifully. They really well coordinated. I know they have a lot of returning players this season off of a team that went all the way to the state championship. The Clockers so far playing them tight. So that ball went out of bounds on the far sideline, but Medway will retain possession here. Remember, we are playing 20-minute quarters this season. COVID forcing several changes to the game. Yeah, playing quarters. No throw-ins, no headers. And at least this afternoon, games being called very tightly. Quick whistles, not a lot of physical contact between the teams. Ball getting kicked around between both teams right now, but Medway has it on the near sideline. This is Connor Gray with the ball, passing off to Christian Perugini.
Nice play.
Yeah, Max Seaver, rides him off. And then gets ridden off, but there's going to be a foul.
I think make something happen here. We have an equipment malfunction. Nothing of the unordinary kind.
No Janet Jackson malfunctions.
Thank goodness.
Right, just an equipment malfunction.
Yeah. Okay. Not quite sure what it is. I think he just lost the side of his face mask for a second.
So that was Kai Costa getting forced off the field due to an equipment malfunction. We'll see what that's all about. Ashland drives the ball deep into the Medway zone, but the Mustangs pick it up, and they're taking it out.
That brought senior Spencer Roth back into the game. He's trying to make a play on the ball right now.
Clockers double teaming.
Another push.
And they'll take possession of the ball. So they'll be kicking in here from the far sideline. Long boot in on goal, but blocked before it can reach it. Here's a shot, blocked away and out of bounds. So Ashland with some of its best pressure of the afternoon so far. And they will retain possession on the far sideline for a kick-in. So if there's a better term, an official term for that, you're welcome to drop that into the comments on Facebook. We'd love to know.
Oh, this is a nice ball here. Max Seaver on the ball.
Couldn't quite get a foot on it. Medway's able to come out with it. This one's going to go out of bounds.
No, it's yellow lines. Oh, that. Ooh, what? Interesting. Yeah,
okay.
Remember, the ball needs to be all the way out of bounds.
Looked to me like it went over the yellow, but the ref was right there. He had the angle. So Medway ball. So that gets kicked back to Andrew Benedetto. Ashland prevents them from going down the near sideline. Good pressure here by the defense. A little too much there. A little aggressive there. Felipe Mateus gets whistled for the trip there, and it'll be Medway ball. So, Pia, I guess, early impressions here. It's my first game of the season for the boys soccer team, and it looks like Coach is using a good part of his roster, going pretty deep, and we're seeing a lot of substitutions.
Yeah, I've even seen one freshman out there already, so that's pretty impressive, showing the depth and the comfort he has in all the players on this team.
Again, playing one of the best teams in the Tri-Valley.
Yep. With very little practice time and not many games, they're looking. Ashland's looking pretty good.
And of course, that forced layoff last weekend. So
correct.
Good pressure by Medway. Kept in here by the Clockers. A little give and go.
Gonna do a little clearing here. Max Deaver's going to look for the ball.
Trying to stay
right
onside.
Nice hustle by number 18. That's Vinny Pinto.
Medway ball.
Yep.
I think it looks to me, I mean, look, I know Max many, many years, but it looks like he's having trouble adjusting to this no-header rule. Like, when he goes up, he's twisting his body.
Yep.
And just hasn't been able to click just yet on these passes.
I'm not going to lie, I don't know how you can do it. Some of these plays, especially when you're playing attack, which was my place when I was back in my playing years many, many years ago. That's a leg sweep.
Blatant trip there by Christian Perugini. So ball gets turned over. It'll be a free kick here, indirect, for the Clockers. Trying to figure out who's going to take this one.
So Benny Herrera is back in the middle.
Right on, but way over and over the football crossbars. So that's good for 3.
Yeah, it was about a 45-yard field goal.
How many points is that in fantasy? So just about 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Medway up 1-0 on your Ashland Clockers. Ball's loose, trying to be corralled by the Clockers. Good aggressive play. So forcing it further down in the Medway zone, but turned over, he'll be the Mustangs ball.
That was freshman Carlos Ospina making some strong plays on the ball.
Of course, we saw Carlos playing this summer
for baseball.
Babe Ruth baseball, that's right.
He does it all.
Multi-sport. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, Benny Herrera trying to make a play on the ball.
A little too far, but kept in here is a good opportunity. Best of the day so far for the Clockers.
A lot of good first touches here. Just going to say for Ashland.
And that ball goes over the goal line.
That's how you stay in the game. You got to have nice first touches.
And then every once in a while, some finishes.
Some finishes are good, but controlling the ball is key.
So certainly the Clockers not intimidated by this powerhouse by the Mustangs. So really tight game so far, just 1-0. About 13 minutes to go in the first half. We got a stoppage here. Something for blue.
We got another malfunction. Somehow that results in a turnover? Not quite sure.
So it looks like Sebastian Ortiz is going to step off.
He adjusts his face mask, apparently.
So Medway has it right at midfield. Good ball handling, looking for an opening. Intercepted.
Intercepted by Spencer Roth. Trying to make a play on the ball.
Okay, good control there by Ben DeFonte of the Mustangs.
Shea Donovan playing to the line. Taps
and
it
out of bounds, yeah.
Slows down the momentum.
So Pete, Pats aren't on till 4 o'clock this afternoon. Who do you like in the early games?
You know me. I'm not too big on the football thing.
And yet,
I honestly have no idea who's playing at 1 o'clock.
Why can't we play each other every week in the Stag League?
I know. Ooh, that ball looked a little offsides.
Oh,
what a
great
stop.
save.
David Scrody with a direct save. That was amazing.
Fortunately, he was able to really come way out and take the angle away from that Medway shooter.
Man, it's plays like that are keeping him in this game right now.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Clark's been playing great defense all day, but a little bit of a breakdown there. But goalie's able to make a great stop, great save. Keep this a 1-0 game. Okay, Medway got a little play going here down the far sideline. Bat ahead, again, out on the angle.
Nice clear.
Yep.
Ty Geary cleared the ball out. Chris Cordelitas on the sidelines here, trying to get the ball out.
Needs some help. He gets it.
Oh, number 17.
He's okay.
Daniel McDonald took it right in the side of the head. Looks like Zume okay.
I think
they are going to check him.
Yeah. He took a direct shot to the head. You got to be careful.
Yep.
Okay. So McDonald's going to step out. It looks like Cameron Carpenter coming in to replace him.
Benny Herrera's stepping off the field as well.
Okay. So Clocker ball, passing across, a little bit of a dangerous play, and a little bit of a give and go, and I really thought he was going to be booting that a lot further up the sideline. Out of bounds and broken up by the Mustangs, turning back over to the Clocker. So another shot here. And this looks like it'll be Ty Geary. And I guess he's okay. Daniel McDonald for the Mustangs. He checks right back in, and now Ben DeFonte's going to step off. Okay, tight play, but Clockers get it as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Quick play. Yeah. So Chris Cordelise just got forced a little too far down in the sideline. Quick turnover here and back to the Mustangs. Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Medway up 1-0. We get some more substitutions here for the Mustangs. This will be Alex Morlock inbounding for the Mustangs. Kicking it back and back again. So that was Andrew Benedetto for a moment. And over to Troy Newman. Back to Benedetto. They're looking to make a play here on the near sideline. Good pressure here. Good forechecking by the Clockers, and they force a turnover.
That was excellent play. Double teaming right when you needed to double team.
And again, playing the angles really well. It really had him pinned there on the sideline.
Well, part of it is they're not overreacting to the tight play that Medway has. And that's how you don't get caught out of place.
It's a nice idea.
Spencer Ross trying to make a play.
Yep. A nice
Shea
setup.
Donovan with a low kick.
Yep. Blocked away by the Medway defense. Quickly put back on net and out of bounds near side.
Not quite sure who that was over there.
Nope. It's so funny. I mean, for most of the time, like soccer, there's like these long stretches, these long passes, back and forth, and then suddenly it speeds up.
Exactly.
It's about 8.5 to go now here in the first half. Medway up 1-0.
I didn't think I was going to need my binoculars today.
Ashland trying to set something up here on the near sideline. Some
Play
good
by
ball
Spencer.
handling. Kicks it off the defender,
job.
out of bounds.
Maybe a kick in. Kick in for Ashland.
So Roth, and I can't quite make out who else is down there. Looks like Felipe Mateus is approaching the sideline as well. They want to keep the ball that they've been playing with. I'm not sure. Again, with these new COVID rules, I can't quite tell.
That's MJ Flynn over there.
Thank you.
Tapping the ball in.
Okay, so a kick in here from the far sideline.
Looks Felipe makes a crossing. Ooh. Kicks it
Way
out of bounds.
out
I
of
don't think
bounds.
that's what he intended. Oh, it's a corner kick apparently. Interesting.
Did that go?
It must have been
off of
it must have gone off a Mustang. Well, news to me.
Okay. No longer a corner kick. Still Ashland ball. Can't quite get it out of that corner, Pete.
That's okay. We'll take it. As long as it's Ashland ball, we'll take it.
Sure.
Ooh,
deflected, but off
that
the
was
side.
Chris Cordelidis almost had a bid there.
It's a 10-bell opportunity there, but out of bounds on the near sideline.
It's interesting with these corner kicks. You can't typically do what you do, which is toss it in there, see if somebody comes flying
try to
through
head
the
it
head.
in. Yep.
It's not happening. So it does limit your choices.
Alters your strategy, absolutely. Okay, Medway kicks it way out toward midfield. Blocked by Ashland, but turned over to Medway. So, again, really good defense. There were three clockers right around him.
There it is.
Oh, almost. Okay. What do we got?
I think we had a handball.
Oh, we have a player down. I didn't see it. But,
Number 11, that's Cameron Carpenter. He may have just got the ball in his face. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, he's walking off the field.
Yeah, that was not a penalty. That was his head was just in the wrong place. Unfortunately, that happens. Looks like he's going to shake it off. He'll be back probably. don't know how it's white ball, but okay. Once again, maybe that's a COVID rule.
Seem to be some questioning by the Ashland players, but they seem to be satisfied by the answer. It will be Medway ball here. Good pressure put on by Chris Cordelitas. Medway has it on the far sideline, working its way up the field. We have a quick stoppage. That'll go against Ashland.
They are quick to call on the shoulders. Number 10 is quite a, feels like he's all over the place.
Okay, here's a high kick, far sideline. That was Ben DeFonte trying to track it down. Ball gets kicked way out of bounds. It'll stay Medway ball.
That's a good play on the ball by Shea Donovan.
Medway, good footwork. Here's an opportunity, but kicked out of bounds. Broken up nicely by Ashland. It will be a corner kick here for the Mustangs.
That was a strong defensive play by Ben Lembener Jensen, excuse me. It's a mouthful.
Sure. Well, while we have a break in the action, just quickly want to acknowledge and congratulate the team's seniors. They were celebrated in a pregame ceremony along with the Medway seniors as well. Again, one of these adjustments we had to make due to COVID is celebrating the seniors early, and just in case the season gets canceled. So, again, congratulations to the team seniors. And now back to the action as Medway looking for an opportunity here deep in the Ashland zone.
I'm sure these kids are just so thrilled to even get a season in.
Absolutely.
So let's just...
Absolutely. It's all perspective.
Yep.
So Medway still controlling the ball. They're going to be kicking in from the far sideline. About 4.5 to go here in the first half. Mustangs up 1-0. There's a mistake by the Mustangs. Going to cross the goal line and be Ashland ball.
It's a goal kick for Ashland.
Trouble controlling that. Yeah. Okay, out toward midfield. No headers, of course.
No headers. Chris would have had his head on that in 2
little
seconds.
Collision there. Let's see how they call this one.
They're going to call it against Ashland, I'm sure.
That one's on Ty Geary.
Yep. Just a placement thing.
Yep. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, that play right there by Chris Cordelitas is a perfect example of not being able to use your head. That ball was played perfectly to him. A little flip was all it would have taken.
Okay, nice save by David. Quickly up the middle and kicked backwards. Okay, Ethan Tintino with a foot on it, but the ball's taken away. Medway has it. Looked like it was going to be an opportunity for the Mustangs. Ball's still in play. Left-footed down the near sideline.
Cordelitas trying to make a play on the ball here.
And just broken up nicely by Andrew Benedetto. It'll be clock or ball. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Ashland looking to knock on the door. To Ethan Tintino and Chris Cordelitas. It'll be Tintino. The ref is having them move it a little bit further back to get where it actually went out of bounds. Back to Tig Geary. He's going to put it on close on net, looking for a teammate to hit it. Can't quite connect.
Oh, picked up. Yeah. By number 6. That's Sebastian Ortiz made a play on the ball.
Medway's able to break it up, and they've got a play going down the far sideline, way ahead. Let's see if the Ashland defender can catch up. He does, breaks it up, and we got a penalty.
We got a little push. They're calling it tight.
They're calling it really tight. Yep. So that one's called against Mark Chiplock of the Mustangs, and Clockers will have the ball as we tick down to 2 minutes or so to go. Again, once it gets under 2 minutes, time is kept on the field. We will be guessing along with you when this half ends. So here's an opportunity at midfield here for the Clockers. Dentino has it on the far sideline. Further ahead to Cordelitas, who has it, looking for some help. Puts it on net, right
That's
on.
A good shot.
Right on.
That's a good shot.
Yep. The goalie saw it all the way, no screens or anything, so easy for me to say.
A turnover on the corner here.
Yeah, Dentino.
by Dentino making a play. Oh,
Here
Chris
we go.
Cordelidis making a quick pass. Oh,
Across the goal mouth, and nobody there for the Clockers to put it home. Medway flying at midfield now, putting it up ahead down the far sideline. He is on sides. That's number 7 for Medway. Passing ahead to 17. Beautiful pass.
nice play.
What a great save. Let's see if, goalie's down. He's back up, and somehow,
Some great defense there.
the Clockers keep the ball out of the net. Medway with clearly the best rush of the day so far, Pete, and Clockers, combination of the goalie and the defense, are able to team up and prevent that one from going in. It's still 1-0, under 2 minutes to go in the first half, and the Mustangs maintaining a 1-0 lead. Almost made it 2, but it is still 1-0. Clockers are still very much in this one.
This Clocker defense has been, well, that's another one right there. That would have been a header.
Perfect header.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the kids can't help it. They've been playing all these years.
Mm-hmm. So this
There
one
they
goes
are.
out of bounds. It's going to be Clocker ball on the far sideline. Pushing it up the far sideline. Medway has it, misplays it, but kept in and then kept out.
That is the half. Oh, nope, not
Nope,
yet.
Clocker ball. We're going to get a couple of substitutions.
Thought I heard a
here.
double whistle.
Right? Well, double whistle for 2 subs, right?
Maybe.
Okay, Clocker's trying to find some magic here in the closing minutes, closing seconds at this point of the first half, down 1-0 to the Medway Mustangs.
Trying to make a play.
We got a foul there.
We do.
Still Ashland ball. They keep pushing further and further down into Medway territory.
See if they can get one in here quick.
I'll tell you what, they're all lined up there around the 5-yard line. There are 7 Clockers down there. Let's see if
good
they can
ball.
find somebody.
Again, we can't use our
Can't
heads.
use the heads, and that's the call. So Ashland turns it over. A great opportunity, but they can't put it together. Here's Medway with the ball late here in the first half. Push it down to the far sideline, and that is halftime. So before we send it to break, Pete, any thoughts here on what you've seen so far in the first half?
I'm just actually really impressed with the way that Ashland is adjusted to their high-paced offense that Medway's bringing. The defense has been great. David Scrody in net has been very strong, and he's been backed up by his defense. So it's been fun to see.
Okay, well, he's Pete Clay. I'm Josh Abrams. It's 1-0 here at the half. We'll catch you for second half action. Ashland High School Boys Soccer here on WACA-TV.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Healthcare Technologies, a specialty medical device distribution company that has been servicing the New England and Mid-Atlantic region since 1989. HCT services primarily the acute care markets, but also works with local home cares, compounding pharmacies, and EMS agencies throughout the region. HCT has been operating out of Ashland for over 20 years. Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Technoplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
Technoplex Flexibles Ashland is a proud sponsor of the Ashland boys and girls soccer team, and we look forward to a great 2020 season.
Go Flyers!
Game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, roast beef, subs, and more. Make sure to get your fill with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
And it's picked up by Ashland, and this one is in. That was Willis Gracias who was able to pick up the loose ball in the scramble. Espino, nice centering pass, and there's a goal. The freshman Espino. Lucas trying to control it. Does so, gets a good boot off, and there's a goal. Still got a chance, and that's Benny Herrera making great use of his playing time. He's able to pick up the loose ball and just slide it home past the defender who's out of the goaltender who was out of position.
Turn right back over to Laughlin. Give and go, so she has it now, tries to split the defense. She's through, let's see if you get a shot on net, and goal! Beautiful play by Allie Laughlin. Okay, there's the touch, Merson's kick. It's up, it's high, it's over the goalie, and it's in! That's a goal! Caitlin Merson.
Track a little bit, dribble it, control it, pass it to a teammate after she's gone 5 yards, and the shot goes in. And apparently it was deflected.
A nice pass into the circle, shot on goal, and that's a goal, definitely. Number 12, Kate Campion on that. That was a beautiful pass on the near side. A nice play, nice pass, shot on goal, and that is a goal. It's a goal, number 3, Natalia Hona. Makes its way through. It's inside the circle. We have a 2-on-1 Clockers pass and a goal. Nice pass and a nice goal. That was Leone scoring the goal on that pass by Ahona.
Throws on local PBS.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to second half action. Ashland, Massachusetts, your Clockers, Ashland High School boys soccer, taking on their Tri-Valley rivals, the Medway Mustangs. Great first half. Clockers down 1-0, but not for lack of trying. They are hanging tough with arguably one of the top teams in the Tri-Valley League. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Pete Clay. Pete, good to have you here.
It's
nice,
glad to be here.
Crisp
This
autumn
is fantastic.
afternoon.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. I'm always thrilled to come out here and see the boys kick the ball around a little bit. And they are holding tight. This is they have played defensively fantastic. Like I said earlier, the only goal Medway has had is off a direct just outside the 18, which was a tremendous shot to the top corner. So very difficult to defend. Yeah. Otherwise, they've been doing fantastic here. So let's see how the second half unfolds.
Okay, and before second half kicks off, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Healthcare Technologies, Techniplex, and Townhouse Pizza and Roast Beef. Pete, both teams, I think, really struggling a bit to adjust to these COVID-induced rules.
Absolutely. I mean, these kids are struggling, I would say specifically with the headers. Mm-hmm. It takes a huge element out of, especially some of the taller kids. It's a big part of their game.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no headers, no throw-ins, and at least today, what we've seen, refs are calling this game very closely, very tightly. Almost any contact is getting whistled.
Yep. Oh, and they have to wear a mask the entire time, right, which is something I don't think I'd enjoy doing personally.
I certainly don't enjoy wearing a mask in my everyday life. I can't imagine running up and down a soccer field all afternoon doing it. So Medway's
spreading it out.
Yeah, getting some action here on the near sideline, looking for an opening. Broken up nicely again
by Lindbergh Jensen.
Number 6 taking it away by
Sebastian Ortiz with a great play.
Well played. Teams, of course, switch sides again here to open the second half. Your clockers in all clocker blue, going from left to right now on your screen, and putting one in. Here we go. Let's see if they can control it. This is Ortiz.
And he's trying to fix his face mask, which has not been his friend right now.
I'm surprised they didn't stop that play with him on the ground like that. But
I'm surprised.
Play continues, booting it all the way back to the goalkeeper.
The goalie will make a clear here.
He'll just boot it deep. Ashland trying to stay onside. Nice play. Let's see if they can set things up.
Cordelita's trying to keep the ball on his foot.
Ridden off the ball. A little contact. There's the whistle.
Troy Newman, was he called for the push? No, he wasn't.
No, they're calling it against Ashland. It looks like that one's going to go against Chris Cordelitas. So Medway's going to start with the ball here on their side of the field. Seamus Harrigan handing things off to Troy Newman. Refs calling for a 10-yard buffer here for Ashland. Good pressure here by Benny Herrera. Yep. And Clockers will just kick it out of bounds. That's Shea Donovan kicking it out here. And Medway will set up on the offensive side here.
Gives them a few seconds for midfielders to get back and help out.
So inbounded by Harrigan. Broken up nicely. Give and go. So Ortiz, front end of that.
Spencer Rock for the corner, trying to get his foot on this ball here. See if he can make a play. He's got him short. He's got number.
Dropping it back.
Sebastian Short.
Nice idea, but turned over here by the Clockers. Medway has it. It's Perugini with it. He'll kick it up the far sideline.
That's a little push. It's a push by Tyke Geary.
Yep.
Not necessary. He knows it. I don't see him complaining.
Right. And, again, at the end of the day, they do stop the play. So Medway will kick off here. About 16 and a half to go here in the third quarter. Again, another COVID adjustment this season. We are playing quarters, not halves. So 16 and a half to go here.
Nice play by Shea Donovan with the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Playing strong.
They're going to call that one. He is not happy. Defonte of the Mustangs.
It was the right call.
Absolutely. And again, consistent with how this game's been called all afternoon. Good pressure here by the Mustang defense. Willis Gracious there. Draws the foul.
Another push by Medway.
Yep, so it'll be Ashland ball. Donovan looks like he'll start things off.
Tough ball.
Unable to keep it in on the far sideline, so Medway will take over. I mean, if anything, Pete, so far, Ashland really has demonstrated they are keeping right up with Medway here so far. No intimidation whatsoever. Great defense, tight game, and still 1-0 game here.
I'm impressed. The game is lately has been just playing right in the middle of the field here, which is we'll see who can break through here.
And this is Tig on the far sideline.
It is.
Medway's double team forces a turnover here. Everything happening on the far sideline so far. Medway kicks all the way back and right back up to midfield now. Clockers with the ball momentarily, get ridden off them, and
that is a play on. They got numbers.
Nice pass that's onside, and just a little too far as David is able to come out and make the save.
It was good defense. David made a great save. Scrody's playing very well.
Good pass.
Shea's looking for something upfield.
A little miscommunication there as the ball's turned over to the Mustangs, and they'll kick it back, try and recover. Ball's now here on the near sideline.
Oh,
that was. We both reacted to it.
Lucas Demora a little.
Just lost his footing there.
Yep.
Not intentional, but it is a foul.
I think he was anticipating somebody making a play.
So Troy Newman inbounding for the Mustangs. Long pass intercepted by the Clockers. And they retain control, momentarily at least, on the far sideline. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go Ashland's way. So we are about 13 and a half minutes to go in the third quarter. Medway up in a tight 1-0 game against your Clockers. And the ball goes quickly out of bounds again. Ashland will retain control. And Pete, I was talking to Medway's assistant superintendent before the game.
How do you know her? I mean him or her. Just kidding.
She was predicting just this type of game, a close one, and it's bearing truth so far. 1-0 Medway. About 13 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, Gabby, you definitely read that one properly so far. Let's hope your premonition comes true.
She probably knows more about soccer than anybody else in our household.
All right, it looks like it's going to be Alexander Morlock for kicking the ball in.
Okay, a little give and go between the teams. Now Medway has control on the far sideline.
This is where Medway has some fantastic ball control.
That's where they earn their living. That's their bread and butter.
That is their bread and butter. Let's see how many other cliches we can come up with. Let's see what we can do.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Playing the ball back again to Ben Limberger. Jensen trying to make it clear on the ball. Brings it out wide. Number 15 is going to try to make a play. Carlos Ospina makes a nice ball up the side to Cordelitas. Another square pass through.
Carlos is wearing a different number than he did for baseball this summer, and I'm having trouble remembering that he's number 15 for soccer. Good ball movement here by the Clockers. Tight defense by both teams.
Nice turnover.
Yeah.
Shea's playing it tough. Oh, didn't get enough up on it. Oh, here we go. Benny Herrera's trying to make a play on the ball.
Good pressure. Good pressure. Forcing the goalie to come out and make the play. Benny looks like he's sporting a COVID haircut, too, I might add. Okay, Medway with the ball here right at midfield. Down the near sideline, far sideline, excuse me.
Make another play down the side here.
Trying to beat him with speed. Broken up nicely again. Let's see if they're going to call this one.
They're going to call Ben on the push. Ball's going to be placed right outside the 18.
As the clock ticks down, just under 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Been waiting to see if a couple of the Hillcrest kids come into the game. You know, Max Stever or Ethan Tintino. Okay, broken up again nicely by the Clockers. Goes out of bounds on their foot, so it'll be Medway ball.
Once again with a kick in.
Okay, cleared out a bit, but Medway has it. They control it.
On these clears, Ashland's been a little tight in the middle. Not many people out on.
Here's a break down the near sideline, right in on net, but broken up.
Ben Limber Jensen is making a play up the field to Chris Cordelitas. Trying to get a foot on the ball.
Medway playing it really tightly.
They're aggressive.
Nice try, give and go. Kept in by Medway. That's number 14, Troy Newman. He's looking for some help. Kicks it out. He's got an open man there. Shot on net, but David equal to the task.
Christian Perugini with a strong shot.
One of two Peruginis on this roster.
What do you know?
Okay, so Skorodumov boots it out, but turned over. Medway has control of it right at midfield. Nice play there by Alex Morlock. good pressure by the Ashland defense. It's still in bounds here on the near sideline, working its way further and deeper into the Ashland zone. Finally kicked out of bounds, and that will remain Medway ball.
We got some subs coming in here. Got Chris Cordelius taking a breather. And there's Max Deaver coming in.
I asked for it, I got it. Max Deaver enters.
Looks like number 18, is that Vinny Pinto, I think? Stepped in as well on attack.
Your guess is as good as mine with these numbers at this distance.
Well, since Vinny plays defense on our roster here, I'm going to guess that that's not true. But actually, it is him.
It looks like an 18.
No, we got number 18. So.
Gonna call that one, yeah?
Yeah, they're calling everything.
Mm-hmm. So Medway 3-0-1 on the season so far. The Clockers 2-0. So battle of unbeatens. Still relatively early here in the season. Good opportunity here now for the Mustangs. Working on the far side.
Ferguson, strong player.
Right in the middle.
That's
Ferragini.
Gonna be a corner kick there.
Mm-hmm. One of the few we've seen so far today, Pete.
Ben Lindberner Jensen is hobbling around a little bit. I'm going to take a foot on the knee.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be okay. Yeah, my guess here is there are no long corner kicks allowed.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, they let that one go.
I'm surprised. Ashland trying to break out, and they can't do it. Medway seems to be kind of turning the notch a little bit here, offensive pressure. Ball seems to be spending a little bit more time so far this half in the Ashland defensive zone. Got a battle for the ball there. It's going to go, that stoppage going to go against Ashland. Medway holds on.
Yeah. Sebastian's playing tough. Number 10, strong player. That Fagerson.
So Medway forcing it down the far sideline. Shot on net. Loose for a moment.
Got to get it out.
Okay.
Max
Defense
Deaver.
does the job.
Max Deaver clears it out.
Mm-hmm. So Skora Dumov able to knock it down but not control it, but able to deflect it to his defense, Max Deaver, and he knocks it out of bounds. So Medway now on the near sideline, and this will be Seamus Harrigan, I think, inbounding for the Mustangs.
With Cameron Carpenter.
Mm-hmm. Deaver with some good pressure. Medway moving the ball very well with their passing game right now. And Ashland, great defensive pressure. They are right on top of them. So just some really good textbook passing, textbook defense.
Yeah, it is. Ashland's doing a great job keeping up with that because that is tough to cover.
And again, reflected in our score so far, 1-0, as we're just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Medway inbounds, rushing toward the net.
That is going to be
like 2 or 3 fouls on that play.
I think they're going to give him a direct kick here.
Yeah, let's see how they call it.
Not going to be a penalty shot.
Well, while we wait for this to get sorted out, checking the Major League Soccer scoreboard, and it's a light schedule today, P. We got the Battle of L.A. as the Los Angeles Football Club battles the Galaxy.
Interesting. Didn't know that was taking place today. It's fantastic.
Revolution last played, I believe, on Thursday. Their next game will be in New York later this week.
Call me impressed. We've got a direct kick here.
Okay, so...
And this has been dangerous in the past as they scored in their first goal. Although it looks like they might be just doing an indirect here. I take it back.
Yep. This is Peragini, I believe, who's going to wind up taking... Peragini taking the shot. Once they figure things out, the ref's going to push them back. I think they need a 10-yard cushion.
Well, he did measure them out.
Mm-hmm.
Need a can of shaving cream like they use in the Premier Leagues.
Well, again, the Ashland defense steps up. They're equal to the task and forcing the ball out as a shot got blocked on its way to the net. So Medway with the ball on the far sideline. kicking it back. I mean, again, they've got a 1-0 lead, and they're just like at this point trying to, I think, drain some clock. Still plenty of time left in this one, though, as Medway continues to pass the ball amongst themselves on the near sideline.
Oh.
Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what they're going to call here. Is that going to be a foul on the Clockers?
They are going to call a foul, but I think he fell himself. But we'll see. Moving along.
It will be Mustang ball.
It is Mustang ball again.
Okay. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still a tight 1-0 game between these Tri-Valley rivals. Max Deaver able to knock one down.
Yeah. And here he goes, making a play on the ball.
And continue to put pressure on.
That is out of bounds. It's going to be an Ashland ball.
Ref was right there. Good angle. Saw the play. Made a call. So Clockers are going to inbound here. Let's see if they can break through this Medway defense. We've got a lot of changes. 4 or 5 players and fresh players coming in here for the Clockers, including looks like 14 Tyler Robinson.
Tyler's making a step in here.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's Ortiz, midfield, looking for some help. Passes back, and I believe that's Tig.
It's Tig. It's a lefty. Trying to make a play on the ball. Tyler Robinson up on him. Just put some pressure.
Yep. Oh, read beautifully. Oh, he missed it. Yeah.
Just missed it. We got 2 freshmen over on the sidelines here, folks. It's good to see. We're going to take it.
Drew that one.
He did. We'll take it.
So Ashland's going to get it. They're going to start with on the 40-yard line on the football field, just to get some context. Yep, moving it back closer to the 45. Okay, so the ball spent a lot of time in the Ashland defensive zone. Let's see if they can turn the tables now and put some pressure on the Medway defense. So here's Tig, that big left foot.
That's a big ball.
And
couldn't get
probably would have been offsides if they had touched it.
Possibly. It definitely was a head ball anyway. It would have been a header. So,
at the very least, I think Tig has to put that one on net. That one drifted far side wide.
Let's see if we can pressure this kickoff here a little bit. It's good to see Vinny Pinto right up on it. Force him to make a play out wide.
Broken up momentarily by the Clockers. Ball's loose. Medway has it. Pushing it further backwards. Now they're trying to make a play up here down the near sideline. Pushing ahead.
That is onside.
Yeah. Shea Donovan.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
Great play.
They're going to switch balls very quickly. And too quickly, apparently. They're going to stop the play. Let's see how the Clockers play this one. It is late now in the third quarter. Time's being kept on the field.
Trying to make some progress here.
No calls. There's a collision there around the 35. Whistles everywhere there. It's going to go Medway's way.
Interesting.
The Medway.
That's Kai Costa that got upended there a little bit.
So it looks like Luke Fagerson will start things off here for the Mustangs.
They're going to make a bid at the net here.
Quick touch, but no good. Ball trickles down the far sideline and
played by Galwin.
Out of bounds. It's going to go Medway's way.
Galwin put some pressure on him, getting his shin guard back in. Ref gave him a second. That's nice of him.
Kicked in.
Good pressure. Good
Ashland
pressure.
takes the ball and
they're going to call a push again.
Nope.
Oh.
We're going to call the end of the third quarter, actually.
Wow.
So we're going to take a quick break in the action. 2 minute break. 2 minute between a little mass break here. So Medway Mustangs 1, your Clockers nothing. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action here at Ashland. You're watching Ashland High School boys soccer on WACA-TV.
thank you to Rose's Automotive for their donation of masks and gloves to use during sports productions to keep the WACA crew safe. You can find them at 26 North Main Street in Sherburne, reach them on the phone at 508-650-1628, or find them on the web at rosesautomotive.com.
And welcome back, everybody, to fourth quarter action. Ashland High School boys soccer taking on their Tri-Valley rivals, the Medway Mustangs. He's Pete Clay. I'm Josh Abrams. We're glad to have you aboard here on WACA-TV. We had just enough time for a quick slice of Townhouse Pizza. We thank them and our other sponsors, Healthcare Technologies and Techniplex. If you're just joining us, 1-0 Medway, and I think the big question is, where you been? It's the fourth quarter. So just a reminder, again, we are playing quarters today, this season, due to COVID, no halves. And Ashland trying to put some pressure on here. It's starting to get a little bit late.
That shot before was Galwin. Really gracious with a shot. That was picked up by the goalie.
Okay, Medway quickly trying to get it out to midfield, and a great play by Shea Donovan to knock that one off Medway and force a turnover. So the Clockers will inbound here on the far sideline. So, Pete, a pretty tight game so far, but I think, Medway's had more good opportunities.
They've had some really strong opportunities.
But just what you'd expect from a team that went all the way to the state championship last year.
Exactly.
Ashland's been playing a very strong game, stronger defensively than offensively. They've had a couple of chances, just haven't been able to connect so far. It just really felt there in the third quarter that Medway really kind of took control of the game, really controlled the pace, the tempo. And Ashland spent most of that quarter really kind of chasing the ball and chasing Medway as Medway was passing.
Yeah.
And again, forcing the pressure, keeping it in the Ashland defensive zone.
That was a turnover there. 22 is going to be Benjamin Martin. Got his leg swept out from under him and just readjusting his boot.
Cleat. Okay, Troy Newman booting it off for the Mustangs.
Oh, nice play by Shea. It's a tough play. Trust me, they want to use their head on that. Is it a turnover?
Yep, use his arm there to stop that one. So
it's Marco Perugini upended. I'm not quite sure who upended.
I think it was Felipe Mateus, actually.
It could have been. Yep.
But net, Clockers have the ball here on the near sideline. It's tied with it. Kicking it back to Ben Lineburner Jensen. Medway takes control, at least momentarily, there in the Ashland defensive zone. Ashland has it now.
Go to
the nice pass to Dentino. Give and go. Couldn't quite control it. Ortiz there in center field.
Here.
Yeah. Oh, nice step up.
Lineburner Jensen made a nice play there.
They'll just kick it way down the near sideline.
It's a little bit too far for everybody.
Great hustle, though. Is that Vinny Pinto?
I believe it is. He's getting a workout.
Yeah. We have him listed as a defenseman, but he seems to be playing up today, Pete.
I'll have to speak to the... We should have fact-checked.
Yeah, probably shouldn't just be checking Twitter for rosters, right?
And this is Troy Newman's going to be kicking it out.
Okay, about 16 and a half minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Medway clinging to a 1-0 lead so far. Shea Donovan had it momentarily. Somehow ends up with it back. He's over the... Yep, there's the flag. Yep, there's the foul. Over the back.
He played that very well. Played that really well.
No, one of our seniors, Shea Donovan, certainly showing some experience there. Here's a big kick by Tag. I love that left foot. Medway has it. Intercepted it nicely by Ashland. We'll give and go. It's that number 15, Carlos Ospina. Freshman seeing some significant minutes
with
today.
the ball on the side here, trying to keep it in bounds. Unfortunately, it went out.
Medway ball.
Nice play.
Off the head.
Yeah, that'll be a goal kick.
Yep.
Didn't seem to stun him too badly. Kai Costa stepping off the field. Number 22, Lucas Demora, just stepped back in.
Big boot by Medway down the near sideline.
Yep, got an elbow
Another
up a little
take
bit.
ball. Ben Lineburner Jensen trying to get to that one, and he gets flagged for a foul. This will be Medway ball right at midfield. This will be Christian Perugini for Medway.
It's going to be an indirect kick here.
Okay, all kinds of whistles here as we tick down under 15 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Not quite sure what the delay was there, but looks like they're back at it.
Okay, Medway has a man open down the near sideline. Nice passing.
Ben played that really well, by the way,
Surprised he
folks.
didn't get caught. He had like a hip check there. Deaver can't quite control it. It goes out of bounds. So Morlock to Perugini.
Nice.
Ball's bouncing around. Deaver has it. He gets ridden off the ball. Still loose and moving toward the middle of the field now. Booted way ahead down the far sideline.
Good play. Spencer Roth trying to get after it.
That ball's going to trickle out of bounds. I believe it's going to be Ashland ball.
It is.
Okay. So that's Lucas Demora hustling for it. Ball gets kicked inbounds and right back out. It'll stay Clocker ball as it moves a little bit further, a little deeper into the Medway offensive zone. Medway defensive zone, excuse me, offensive Clockers. Looks like the rest are trying to create a little more buffer space for the Clockers.
Well, Ashland's moving some of their guys around a little bit differently here.
Trying to find an opening there on that near sideline. Ball kicks back out toward the middle, gathered in by Donovan, who just boots it out of bounds. So once we get a ball back in play, it'll be Medway inbounding here on the far sideline. Approaching 13 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Medway up 1-0. Deaver putting some pressure on here defensively.
Just looking for
Forcing
a miscue here.
Yep.
Be great. Forcing a play. Chris Cordelita steps in. We got Ben Lindbergh Jensen making a play on the ball.
See if he can
Wind it back outside.
For a minute, it looked like he was going to kick back to the goalie. Ball gets booted out of bounds. It'll be Clocker ball. That'll be Ty Geary. He'll be inbounding for the Clockers.
Oh, nice play.
Oh, misfire, miscommunication. Cordelise was expecting Ty to do something different than he did, and that ball just goes out of bounds. So, unfortunate turnover here for the Clockers. The clock is starting to work against them now. Getting almost halfway point here of the fourth quarter. Medway scored their lone goal early in the first quarter, and we've had nothing since. Just been a great defensive battle here today. Now Medway's got some action down.
That's going to be a corner kick for Medway. Strong defensive play by Shea Donovan there. They are explosive, Medway, on the offense. They are explosive. They have their moments. They're just waiting. I think that's Ashland's playing it very, very well. Yeah,
Medway really continues to dictate the tempo of this one, but Clockers have not been intimidated all day today. They've been hanging right with this team. Really good to see. Just some great progress for this program.
Some type of delay over there. They're just, there we go, and the ball's in bounds.
Put on net. Sporodumov makes the big save. He's going to kick it right out to the near sideline here. Deaver picks it up. He's looking for some help here, and he boots it, but intercepted. Yeah,
tough ball.
Intercepted by the Mustangs. Turned back over to the Clockers.
Moved it back into the middle. We want to keep it. Get out.
Medway's going to get called on that one. Clockers will take over right around midfield. We're down under 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Clockers down 1-0.
Ty's going to take this one.
Okay, and the Clockers are sending many players deep. It's put on and blocked by Medway.
Nice hustle by here by number 22. It's Lucas Demora.
He just knocks it out of bounds. So
it's okay. He's getting the momentum down.
Medway takes over. We're down to about 10 and a half to go in the fourth quarter.
Oof.
Shea tries to knock that one down.
Oh, he can't use the head.
Can't do that.
They let it go. They let it go.
It's just instinct.
It is instinct.
Can't help yourself.
I feel bad for these boys.
Yeah.
It's you all these years, but been perfecting using every part of your body except your hands, and now you can't.
Well, better a modified season than no season.
Correct. Yeah, I don't hear any complaints out there.
Okay. Medway moving the ball well on the near sideline. Good defense, yep. Kept in. Little give and go.
Corlides is looking for somebody on the wing.
Got Deaver. Deaver centers it to Ortiz, who centers it further.
They're trying to. They gotta take
Here's
a shot.
Shot right on.
Strong shot by Lucas Demora. Andrew Rozak with the save. Hasn't been tested much today, but that was one of them.
A good hard shot.
Spencer Roth on the ball now, trying to make a play. Oh, he's making a play on the outside. Cortelitas is over there again. That is going to be a call.
He draw it?
No call.
Wow. They swallowing the whistle in the fourth quarter?
They're going to call that
one.
They're going to call that one.
Retribution.
Yep. It was Seamus Harrigan that went down.
Well, folks, you may not be aware of this, but my partner here, Pete Clay, president of the Clocker Club. Pete, what can we expect from the Clocker Club this year? I know it's kind of a strange season athletically, but
it is. We'll keep our focus on just trying to make sure that we can provide funding and ideas for these teams to get the things that they really want and need for competitive sports play, and that's our primary focus this year, is to try to help with fundraising as much as we can. So for all you folks out there who haven't signed up your membership yet, just go to clockerclub.org and be sure to sign up. It supports all the athletic teams, and trust me, we get a lot of requests every year that unfortunately we can't fund. These kids really deserve, with limited budgets, they deserve quite a bit of things for their teams and for themselves. So clockerclub.org.
Here's a break.
Sign up today.
Here's a break. Gonna get a shot off. He does.
And that's a goal. Number 5. That was Kai Costa with a strong play up the middle. Not quite sure who set that up, but that was phenomenal.
Used a burst of speed, broke through the defense, able to get the shot off and beat the goalie short side. We've got a tie ball game.
Just about 7 minutes left.
That's right. 1-1. Clockers and Mustangs. Some great Tri-Valley action here on a Sunday afternoon.
Let's just keep the pressure on.
Let's see if that rejuvenates this team. A burst of energy here. Let's see. And our goal scorer, Kai Costa, following that goal, right in on some defensive pressure, forcing the ball out of bounds. got a series of whistles. We have a player down, a clocker down there on the far sideline.
I'm not quite sure who that is. It could be. It is Lucas DeMora.
Yeah, that's what I think. So we're going to get a check-in on Lucas. The teams take a break here. Clockers are huddling up, perhaps diagramming a play. Pete, what do you think?
Well, I think they're just going to talk about playing the defensive plays here. Just keep strong. Don't let them get momentum moving.
It really looks like the goalie, Skorodumov, like kind of called this meeting, this impromptu meeting here at the about the 25-yard line for the Clockers. By the way, quick follow-up, Pete, on the Clocker Club on Twitter. That handle at Clocker Club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is what it is. Thanks for that plug, if you will. In all seriousness, though, folks, it is definitely one of the more important programs with our volunteers of parents we just put together and try to do as many fundraising opportunities as we can for these kids.
Absolutely. I certainly look forward to the pancake breakfast every year. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull that one off this season.
Well, we're hoping. And we'll be doing
crossed.
And there'll be a nice big golf outing going to be happening
in the spring?
In May as well. So keep
Good
your
stuff.
eye out for that, everybody.
By the way, speaking of Twitter, you can follow Stephen Marks, our athletic director, at Clocker AD. Clocker AD on Twitter. Back to the action, though. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Those of you just joining us, it was a big goal by Kai Costa.
This is great pressure by
moments
Ashland.
ago.
They're going to call a push on Cordelitas, but
a little bit of sportsmanship, though, kind of violating COVID guidelines. A little high five between the two players.
well,
again, it's instinct.
I think there's plenty of contact going on out there right now. That's.
Okay, here's a big boot by the Mustangs and almost controlled by the Clockers. The ball's kind of loose here, going back and forth between the teams.
Shea with a move here.
A little miscommunication between him and Cordelitas, I think. Make
that
is Willa Gracious.
Willa Gracious, yep. And we'll take that turnover.
He's going to draw that one.
Push.
Yep.
We are going to see Lou Fagerson probably trying to make a play here. He has been one of the more powerful offensive players.
And I can tell you, the Medway players not happy with that call. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, I do think that's a COVID call. I'm not going to lie. I think they've taken away a little bit of the aggressiveness, but that's normal.
We've been saying this all day. I mean, they've been very consistent all afternoon. The
Absolutely.
refs calling this,
absolutely.
tight game.
Yep.
This one goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Medway will take over with about 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Tie game. Glad you're with us. Pete Clay, Josh Abrams, here on WACA-TV. Here's a big turnover. See if Ashland can capitalize. Willa Gracious trying to control it, loses it. Ball's still loose and retained by Ortiz. Back to Willa Gracious. What are we going to call here?
There.
That one's going against the Clockers.
Going against the Clockers. I'm going to get those midfielders back.
Medway trying to push things forward here, kind of rush things. They're going to push them further back. Okay, here we go. 4.5 to go. 1-1. Ashland Medway. A big boot, going to send this one deep down the far sideline, controlled by
Carlos Ospina trying to make a play on the ball.
Okay, it was Cameron Carter.
Oh, great play. Felipe Mateus right there with a nice defensive play.
So Medway's going to retain control here on the far sideline. About 4 minutes to go now. 1-1. Tight Tri-Valley action here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Clockertown. Glad to have you with us.
And it looks like Medway's has a indirect kick in here. Going to try to clear it in, put something together. Offsides. Medway.
It's a big call.
Ashland.
It's a big call.
It's a big call. Well played by the defense, reading those guys.
So it looks like it's going to be Skorodumov going to start things off here for the Clockers. Just hand it off. There's the big boot.
Got to go to the ball here.
Trying to find Kai Costa again.
Wow.
That's tight.
They are calling quick ones. All right, well, we'll take it, but that's they are calling it quick. We got about 3 minutes to go here in the game.
Indirect, set up for Tig.
Tig with a big...
I guess that ball didn't move enough.
Okay.
It's a bad turnover this late in the game.
And their midfielders are hustling back, get in place.
Again, still adjusting these COVID control rules.
Yep.
So this will be inbounded by Christian Perugini. Hands off to his brother Marco. And back up to the top to Troy Newman. So
taking him over. Chris Cortelitas with a play. Feeding it through to Spencer Roth. Try to make a play on the ball here.
Ortiz. Oh, no, that was Costa again. You're right. Left-handed.
Oh, just a little tap there would have had it.
Yep.
But that was a great play. Great offensive play there. Kai Costa playing tough out there right now.
Absolutely. He's got the lone goal for the Clockers here this afternoon. Trying to find the net again.
And here's the goal kick. Troy Newman clears the ball out. Right to a national player, number 8. It's Christian Perugini.
And out of bounds, it's going to be Medway ball. Again, Medway really dictated the pace for a good portion of this game. And but it was Ashland finding a hole there, getting that late goal in the fourth quarter to tie this one up at 1-1 and putting some pressure on late. Scoreboard's off now. We're under 2 minutes to go. It's a battle of unbeaten teams. Ashland at 2-0, Medway 3-0-1, so they do have a tie already this season.
And we are below the 2-minute mark, so
right.
Your guess is as good as ours.
Okay, so Skor Dumov picks it up for the Clockers, jogging toward the far sideline, taking a look around.
Killing a little bit of time here, which is nice.
With a nice boot toward midfield.
Oh, played well by Spencer Roth. Great play again.
Yep. Here's a foot race. And they've got Costa, I think, down the far
Costa making a
sideline.
nice play to Cortelitas. If they could do a little give and go here.
Yep. Nice ball handle. Centering pass. Couldn't quite connect.
Just behind Spencer Roth.
Is that
And they're going to call that too. He draped over him. Tough play by Carlos, but that's okay. Freshman playing strong out there today.
Seeing a lot of minutes today.
Yep. Holding his own.
Okay, so Medway with the ball now very, very late in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes
over.
People forget when you got those freshmen out there, you got 14-year-olds playing against some 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's quite a difference.
Absolutely. Getting a little physical here near midfield. Medway with it. They're going to drive it out of bounds on the far sideline.
It's Ashland ball. Can't be much time left here.
I'm not sure if they stop the clock for that injury timeout, so we'll see how they play this. Looks like Max Devers entering the game now for...
Cortelitas is going out, Chris Cortelitas.
So Costa and Devers.
This is an important clear here, folks.
Turned over. Medway has it. Here's a break at midfield, but the Clockers...
Shea's got the ball. Just got to keep control.
Yeah.
Nice out wide to Tug.
He boots it deep. Devers going to try a foot race. The goalie comes way out, playing it aggressively. Yep. Forcing the goalie to come out to make that play. He's going to boot it toward the near sideline and out of bounds.
Ashland's trying to get the ball in quick here, see if they can get a quick score. That's the game.
Okay.
What a strong, impressive game by Ashland today against a powerhouse Medway.
Absolutely. Anticipated this one to be a tough one, but Ashland was more than up to the challenge. The Clockers have a final here against Medway, 1-1. Pete, any closing thoughts as we wrap this one up?
No, I think, amidst all these crazy rules that they've put in place, I think all the kids are just thrilled to be out there today. And what a fantastic showing by Ashland today. And I wish them a success the rest of the way.
Absolutely. And fans, be sure to show your support for this team through social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. Really great game this afternoon. Just a strong accomplishment for this team to really stay with this powerhouse. We've been using that word all day, but Medway, both teams remain undefeated.
Yeah.
And just a great afternoon here for Ashland soccer. So for Pete Clay, I'm Josh Abrams. Thanks so much for watching this afternoon here on WACA-TV.
Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Healthcare Technologies, a specialty medical device distribution company that has been servicing the New England and Mid-Atlantic region since 1989. HCT services primarily the acute care markets, but also works with local home cares, compounding pharmacies, and EMS agencies throughout the region. HCT has been operating out of Ashland for over 20 years. Today's sports coverage on WACA-TV is sponsored in part by Technoplex Flexibles, a globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
Technoplex Flexibles Ashland is a proud sponsor of the Ashland boys and girls soccer team, and we look forward to a great 2020 season.
Go Flyers!
Game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, roast beef, subs, and more. Make sure to get your fill with the buffalo chicken calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com. Thank you to Rose's Automotive for their donation of masks and gloves to use during sports productions to keep the WACA crew safe. You can find them at 26 North Main Street in Sherburne, reach them on the phone at 508-650-1628, or find them on the web at rosesautomotive.com.